Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Nick Foles and the Chicago Bears taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest three-game win streak. On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Nick Foles and the Bear offense about to be on display for the first time. Foles, the veteran, drafted in the third round back in 2012 out of Arizona.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Oh, he's got a look. Cordero Patterson, 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. The Buccaneer offense taking the field with all eyes in the stadium glued to their quarterback in season number 21. His first, of course, in Tampa, the great Tom Brady.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare air. He has a lot to be proud of in his career.
The numbers for Evans a week ago. 3 catches, 82 yards. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league in receiving yards. That caught my attention in a positive way.
Brady's throw there complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, He's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
Brady's pass.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down. A dump underneath to Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Brady to throw again. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Buying time to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Robert Quinn able to record his 5th sack of the season. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs.
Complete to
Mike Evans. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A shotgun handoff to Patterson, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Sean Bunting on the tackle.
I haven't met a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st.
Chicago Bears.
Nice gain there by the second-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him?
Touchdown, Chicago! Anthony Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Lining up for the
and a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. The completion there by Brady with his new team, Tampa Bay. And who does he face on the other sideline in this one? Also on a different team. None other than his old Super Bowl nemesis, Nick Foles, now with Chicago. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
A gain of 22 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Brady going to find Jones here out of the backfield. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up third.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line.
That's the end of the first quarter.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfect. And he's got Gronkowski. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rob Gronkowski. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And his kick is good. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The ball carrier.
It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
1
The
yard.
last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Foles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Suck up for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch.
Cordero Patterson. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson, 77 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Letting one go deep here for Gronk. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. And to throw on 3rd down. Brady looking downfield for Godwin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Patterson. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
Ball carrier.
And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From just shy of midfield, Foles going up top for Miller. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears have broken the tie. Now he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Tampa Bay offense and Ronald Jones leading them out. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and of course it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. And now the 30-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Carrier. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 24.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they'll run with a late signee in Bucs camp. It's Leonard Fournette.
Leonard Fournette on the carry.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Gain on the play. First down.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
On the keeper.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
The score, Bears 28, Buccaneers.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Foles. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Foles. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Now a timeout.
Brings up 2nd and
7 seconds left in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game.
The score, Bears 31, Buccaneers 24.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Good games galore in that Sunday lineup. We'll highlight the one going on in Atlanta. A big one for the Falcons as they'll take on the visiting Carolina Panthers. Then in the 4 Eastern window, it'll be a later-than-usual start in Cleveland, where it'll be the Browns taking on the Indianapolis Colts. And one final game to highlight. It's Sunday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. In the game you're watching, it's the former Super Bowl MVP Nick Foles with a strong first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already. And that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Jones, the ball carrier.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Brady eluding the pressure right. He's got Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
The ball carrier.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 3rd down, Brady quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Brady to Gronk, a familiar ring to that one, and it's a Buccaneers 1st down.
Buccaneers.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Well, the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Ronald Jones, the ball.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Bears will get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13.
They run with Patterson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
The ball.
If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Nick Foles keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. On first down, Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and a yard.
Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now second and 6. At the Bears' 9-yard line.
And he's got Gronkowski. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rob Gronkowski, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again.
You got it figured down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10. At their own.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive first and 10. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now second and 7 from the 23.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7 at the 23-yard line.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Soldier Field.
38.
It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he'll take this one down to the 36. There to stop him was Carlton Davis. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
To Anthony Miller.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And still just down one score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays, because it, of course, could have pushed this to a 2-possession deficit for them. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. From the gun, it's Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a 1st.
It's a gain of 20.
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over. You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. Brady going to throw, and that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
4th and goal at the 1.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but then lines up incomplete. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Chicago offense set to get started. This now a chance at the very least to burn some clock following that 4th down stop. Points would be ideal for some breathing room, no doubt. And really, a field goal would be huge. That would make it a 2-score game. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line.
Running back, the ball carrier.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
5-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Well, they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. You're just going to pick up a holding call.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
Number 32.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts
Brought down at the 13.
as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
3rd and 11.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
6 yards.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight.
For the Bears.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
At the 5-yard
Now Jones. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Extra point try now for Suckup. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive, 4 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
at the 26-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Patterson, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Back now comes Tampa Bay. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Brady's a costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
It's 2nd and 8.
From the 38, Foles. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
17-yard line.
Here's Foles. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts. Maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3.
On 2nd down now, it's Patterson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Touchdown, Bears.
Special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Bears, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll have a tough one at home now.